Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Kennedy half dollars, focusing on three special years: 1971, 1974, and 1986D. These coins are not just everyday currency, they carry history, rarity, and, for collectors, impressive market value. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar marked a transitional period for the series, still featuring silver in its composition for special issues, and many coins today are sought after in high-grade conditions. The 1974 half dollar stands out because of its unique minting features and lower circulation, making certain coins highly desirable for collectors, especially those from the Denver Mint, marked with a D. Then we have the 1986D Kennedy half dollar, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but holds hidden value due to its limited circulation, varieties, and condition-specific rarity. Coins in very fine or uncirculated condition can fetch prices far above face value, sometimes hundreds of dollars for collectors who know what to look for. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar coin is one of the most significant and collectible coins in United States numismatic history, and even though it is part of the modern copper-nickel-clad series, it carries a tremendous historical and emotional value because it represents the first circulation year after the U.S. Mint officially removed silver from the half dollar following the 1964-1970 silver issues, marking a major turning point in American coinage and reflecting economic changes due to rising silver prices. And this coin also continues to honor President John F. Kennedy, whose tragic assassination in 1963 led to the creation of one of the most iconic coin series in modern U.S. history, and collectors highly prize coins from this era, especially in very fine condition, because while millions were minted, the vast majority have been heavily circulated and show considerable wear, making well-preserved examples increasingly rare and valuable. And on the obverse, the coin features a detailed left-facing portrait of President Kennedy with carefully designed hair detail, facial features, and expression, with the word Liberty arched above, the motto "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1971 below, all of which remain crisp and recognizable even in coins with moderate circulation wear, while the reverse showcases the intricate presidential seal, with a majestic bald eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, wings spread wide, surrounded by 50 stars representing the states of the Union, and the inscriptions United States of America and half dollar around the edge. And the coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, weighs 11.34 grams, and is composed of a copper core clad with 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance. And this composition, combined with the Denver Mint's strong strike quality for the D Mint mark, ensures that design details are sharp and collectible. And unique features of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar include being the first non-silver half dollar for general circulation, representing a key historical transition in U.S. coinage, having a large mintage but scarcity in higher-grade conditions, and its emotional connection to Kennedy, making it a symbol of American history, patriotism, and modern coin artistry. And the market value of this coin varies widely depending on condition and rarity, with circulated examples in lower grades generally worth face value to a few dollars, while coins in very fine condition can sell for several dollars to around 20 or more depending on collector demand. And uncirculated or mint-state coins certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command prices ranging from tens to hundreds of dollars, and exceptionally rare or error coins from 1971, such as double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, or clipped planchettes, can dramatically increase the value into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making this coin a highly sought-after collectible for both beginner and advanced numismatists. And many collectors treat 1971 Kennedy half dollars as long-term investments because their historical significance, aesthetic appeal, size, and association with President Kennedy ensure consistent demand. And these coins continue to be featured in auctions, coin shows, and YouTube videos worldwide, emphasizing their popularity and the potential for profit or prestige in owning high-grade examples. So anyone who finds a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in very fine or better condition should consider preserving it carefully, appreciating its place in American coin history, and understanding that despite its ordinary appearance to the untrained eye, it could be a hidden treasure with substantial collectible and financial value, which is why the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most iconic, historically significant, and potentially valuable coins in modern U.S. coinage, bridging the gap between ordinary circulating money and coveted collectors' items, and continuing to fascinate numismatists and history enthusiasts alike. Even though the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is often considered a modern coin, its historical and collectible significance is enormous, because it represents the first year of the post-silver clad series and reflects a key turning point in U.S. coinage history, showing the transition from the earlier silver half-dollars to the modern copper-nickel clad composition. And while millions were minted, finding a coin today in very fine or better condition is much harder than one might expect, since the majority of these coins were heavily circulated in everyday transactions, passing through countless hands in vending machines, cash registers, banks, and pocket change, causing wear, scratches, and slight dents that lower their collectible value, and collectors and investors pay close attention to coins that have retained clear design details, such as Kennedy's hair, facial features, and the finely sculpted eagle feathers on the reverse, as well as readable lettering and crisp edges, because these factors determine both aesthetic appeal and market value, and the D-Mint mark adds an additional layer of interest, as coins from the Denver Mint are known for strong strike quality and sharp details, making them more desirable in the collector market. And beyond regular circulation coins, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar also has rare varieties, including double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and clipped planchettes, which can dramatically increase their market value, sometimes pushing prices from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the severity and visibility of the error. And professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC further enhances the value, with higher-grade mint-state coins often commanding significant premiums at auctions or private sales. And because of its large size, attractive design, and historical importance, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is not only a collectible coin but also a display-worthy piece that appeals to both beginner collectors and seasoned numismatists, and its connection to President Kennedy adds emotional and symbolic weight, reminding collectors of one of the most beloved American leaders. And the coin's enduring popularity in coin shows, auctions, and YouTube collector videos reflects its status as a staple of modern U.S. numismatics, with consistent demand ensuring that high-quality examples retain and often increase in value over time, making it a coin that is both educational and financially rewarding to own. And even casual collectors or people who discover this coin in old jars or inherited coin collections often realize that what appears to be ordinary change could actually be a valuable treasure. And because the coin embodies historical significance, aesthetic beauty, minting quality, and market potential all in one, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in very fine condition remains one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins, a true bridge between ordinary circulating money and prized collectible coinage, offering collectors the opportunity to hold a tangible piece of American history that could increase in value over decades, while also enjoying the emotional connection to President Kennedy and the story of America's transition from silver to modern clad coinage. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar coin is one of the most iconic and widely collected modern coins in United States numismatic history, and it continues to attract collectors, investors, and history lovers from all over the world because it represents the post-silver era of American half-dollars and the lasting legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait was first introduced on the half-dollar in 1964 after his assassination, making this coin deeply emotional and symbolic for the American people. And by 1974 the Kennedy half-dollar was being produced in large numbers in copper-nickel clad composition instead of silver, which makes it part of the modern circulating coinage system. But despite being common in circulation, high-grade and well-preserved examples in very fine condition or better are highly collectible and valuable. And on the obverse of the coin you can see a detailed left-facing portrait of President Kennedy with the word Liberty around the top, the motto "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1974 below his portrait, while the reverse features the powerful presidential seal of the United States with a majestic bald eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by 50 stars representing the states of America. with the inscriptions United States of America and $50 around the edge, and the coin has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters and weighs 11.34 grams, made of a copper core with outer layers of copper nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance. And when a coin is described as very fine condition, it means that the coin shows moderate wear from circulation but still has strong visible details, clear lettering, and recognizable design features, making it attractive to collectors who cannot afford mint-state coins but still want historical pieces. And unique features of the 1974 Kennedy $50 include its role in the transition period of U.S. coinage, its large size and beautiful design, its popularity among collectors, and the existence of rare varieties and mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and die cracks, which can dramatically increase the coin's value. And although most circulated 1974 Kennedy $50 are worth face value to a few dollars, coins in very fine condition can sell for several dollars to tens of dollars, while uncirculated and professionally graded coins by companies like PCGS and NGC can sell for hundreds of dollars, and rare error coins or high-grade mint-state examples can reach hundreds to even thousands of dollars at auctions, especially when demand is high and collectors compete for the best specimens. And many collectors keep Kennedy $50 as long-term investments because they represent American history, patriotism, and the memory of President Kennedy. And these coins are also popular in YouTube videos, coin shows, and auctions because of their large size, beautiful design, and strong historical story. So if you ever find a 1974 Kennedy $50 in very fine or better condition, you should not spend it, because it could be a valuable collectible coin with increasing value in the future. And this is why the 1974 Kennedy $50 remains one of the most famous modern U.S. coins and a hidden treasure for collectors around the world. Even though the 1974 Kennedy $50 is considered a modern coin, its historical and collectible significance cannot be overstated, because it represents a time in United States coinage when silver was no longer used in circulation, reflecting both economic changes and the mint's adaptation to rising metal costs. And collectors today prize coins from this era not only for their connection to President Kennedy but also for their rarity in high-grade condition, as most of these coins were used heavily in everyday transactions, which caused wear, scratches, and loss of detail over the decades, making any very fine or better example particularly desirable. And the coin's design itself adds to its collectible appeal, with the obverse portrait of Kennedy capturing his recognizable profile, hair detail, and dignified expression, while the reverse eagle is intricately detailed with spread wings, stars, arrows, and olive branch, showing the artistry and precision of the United States Mint during this period. And because this coin was minted in the Denver Mint, coins often exhibit strong strikes and sharper features compared to coins from other mints, which makes them especially appealing for collectors who look for clarity in design. And while there are millions of 1974 Kennedy $50 in existence, the combination of survival in very fine condition, eye appeal, and potential rare mint errors such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or slight planchette flaws can cause the market value to rise dramatically. And as a result, even circulated coins with minimal wear can command prices above face value, while graded and certified examples can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. And because of its size, weight, and beautiful historical design, this coin is not only an investment piece but also a display-worthy treasure that collectors love to showcase. And the emotional connection to President Kennedy adds a layer of significance that goes beyond monetary value, reminding collectors of American history, leadership, and the enduring symbolism of this coin series. And even casual collectors or people who find a 1974 Kennedy $50 in old change or coin collections are often surprised to learn that a coin that looks ordinary can have such significant value, especially if it is in very fine or higher condition, making this coin both a fun and profitable item to pursue. And because of the constant interest from collectors, investors, and auction houses, the 1974 Kennedy $50 continues to hold its place as one of the most sought-after modern $50, bridging the gap between everyday circulating coinage and high-end collectible numismatics. So anyone who owns or finds this coin today should treat it carefully, understand its historical importance, and consider its potential financial value, because the combination of historical legacy, design beauty, minting quality, condition rarity, and market demand makes the 1974 Kennedy $50 a true treasure in the world of American coin collecting and one of the most enduringly popular and valuable coins issued in the post-silver era. The 1986 Kennedy half-dollar coin with the D mint mark is an important and highly collectible modern coin in United States numismatic history, representing a continuation of the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series that began in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait was chosen for the half-dollar as a lasting tribute and a symbol of American history, patriotism, and national pride. And even though by 1986 the coin was part of the copper-nickel-clad circulating series rather than silver, it still holds significant collectible value, especially in very fine condition, because over the decades many of these coins have been heavily circulated, leading to wear and loss of details, making well-preserved examples rarer and more desirable for collectors. And on the obverse, the coin features a left-facing portrait of President Kennedy with detailed hair and facial features, surrounded by the word Liberty above, the motto "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1986 below, all of which remain visible and sharp even in coins with moderate circulation wear, while the reverse of the coin showcases the intricate presidential seal with a majestic bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, wings spread wide, surrounded by 50 stars representing the states, and the inscriptions United States of America and half-dollar around the edge, demonstrating the high level of artistry and precision of the United States Mint. And this coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, weighs 11.34 grams, and is composed of a copper core with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance that has always appealed to collectors. And unique features of the 1986 D Kennedy half-dollar include its role in the continued modern clad series, its connection to the legacy of President Kennedy, its large size and beautiful design, and the fact that coins from the Denver Mint often display strong strikes and sharp details that make them more attractive to collectors. And even though the 1986 Kennedy half-dollar had a high mintage, finding coins in very fine or higher condition has become increasingly difficult over the years due to circulation, which increases their collectible and market value. And the market value of this coin varies depending on condition, rarity, and demand, with circulated examples often worth face value to a few dollars, while coins in very fine condition can sell for around $5 to $20 or more, and uncirculated, mint state, or certified examples graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC can command hundreds of dollars, and rare error coins from 1986 such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, or clipped planchettes can sell for significantly higher amounts, sometimes reaching into the thousands of dollars, making this coin highly desirable for both novice collectors and experienced numismatists. And because of its historical significance, attractive design, emotional connection to President Kennedy, and potential for high market value, the 1986 D Kennedy half-dollar continues to be a staple in coin collections, coin shows, and auctions, and it is frequently featured in videos, blogs, and discussions about valuable modern U.S. coins, serving both as an investment piece and a tangible piece of American history. And anyone who finds or owns a 1986 Kennedy half-dollar in very fine or better condition should consider preserving it carefully, understanding its place in the evolution of U.S. coinage, and appreciating its potential collectible and financial value, because the combination of historical importance, design beauty, minting quality, rarity in high-grade condition, and ongoing collector demand makes the 1986 D Kennedy half-dollar not just ordinary pocket change but a treasured collectible that could appreciate over time and remain one of the most iconic and sought-after coins in modern United States numismatics, offering collectors the opportunity to hold a piece of history, connect with the legacy of one of America's most beloved presidents, and enjoy both the aesthetic and financial rewards of owning a high-quality, historically significant coin that has stood the test of time. Even though the 1986 Kennedy half-dollar is considered a modern coin, its collectible and historical significance is far greater than many people realize, because it represents not only the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait has graced the half-dollar since 1964 as a symbol of American leadership, patriotism, and remembrance, but also the continuation of the post-silver-clad era of U.S. coinage, a period when copper-nickel coins became standard for circulation after the rising cost of silver made silver half-dollars impractical for everyday use. And while millions of these coins were minted in 1986, finding examples in very fine or higher condition today is increasingly difficult because decades of circulation in pockets, cash registers, and vending machines caused moderate wear, slight scratches, and surface marks, making well-preserved coins rarer and highly desirable to collectors. and coins from the Denver Mint carry the D Mint mark, which is particularly valued for producing sharp strikes and strong design details, ensuring that even coins with moderate wear retain visible features such as Kennedy's hair, facial contours, the crisp lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust, and the detailed eagle feathers on the reverse presidential seal. And beyond normal circulation coins, there are rare varieties and mint errors from 1986, including doubled dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and clipped planchettes, which significantly increase a coin's market value, sometimes pushing prices from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on rarity, error type, and grade. And professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can further amplify the value, as coins certified in mint state grades attract strong bidding in auctions and among serious collectors, while even moderately circulated very fine examples maintain collectible worth due to historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and demand. And because of these factors, the 1986 D Kennedy half dollar is frequently featured in coin shows, online auctions, YouTube videos, and collector discussions, emphasizing its status as both a tangible piece of American history and a potentially profitable collectible, making it an ideal coin for beginner collectors seeking historically important coins as well as seasoned numismatists looking for investment-grade pieces. And its large size, beautiful design, and connection to President Kennedy's legacy ensure that it is not merely pocket change but a valuable artifact, capable of appreciating over time. And even casual collectors who find a 1986 Kennedy half dollar in very fine condition in old coin jars or inherited collections often realize that what seems ordinary can in fact be a hidden treasure, representing decades of American history, modern coinage evolution, and the ongoing story of a beloved president. And because of its combination of historical importance, strong design, minting quality, rarity in high-grade condition, and continuing collector demand, the 1986 D Kennedy half dollar remains one of the most iconic, sought-after, and financially valuable coins in modern United States numismatics, providing both educational interest, aesthetic enjoyment, and long-term collectible value to anyone who owns, preserves, or invests in it, making it a true classic in American coin collecting history.